This is part 2 of Step It Out, Order Rational Numbers. So it's Module 2, Lesson 4. So let's take a look at the list of numbers. I'm going to go ahead and bring up my work, and I'm going to erase it. Okay, so you need to be filling out the work on your paper too. Okay, so let's look at these numbers. On the first one, I think it's pretty self-explanatory of what they want you to do. We're going to simplify -4/10 and how they got. Let's talk about how they got what they got first. So I have -0.14. This 4 is the last number. It's in the tenths place. So that's how they got right here, -4/10. They then want us to simplify that by 2. And we get 2/5. So -2/5. Let's take a look at this next one. We have -1.8, and they want us to change it. So mixed number. So I have -1.8. Because it has a whole number here, that's going to transfer over as a whole number. And then we're going to look at this number right there. That is the last number. It is in the tenth spot. So we're going to change it to 8/10. So -1 and 8/10. They then want us to simplify it. And they're both even, so we're going to simplify by 2. And we get that -1 still comes over because we can't lose that whole number. 8 divided by 2 is 4. 10 divided by 2 is 5. So I have -1 and 4/5. Okay, then our last one, we have 0.2. This is a positive number. We look right here at this 2. That 2 is in the tenths place. So we have 2/10. And then we do have to simplify that because they're both even numbers. I'm going to simplify by 2. 2 divided by 2 is 1. 10 divided by 2 is 5. So I get 1/5. Just like that. And that's the work that I showed over on my paper. We're going to use the number line to graph all of the numbers. So our first one, we're going to look at what this could possibly be over here. Let me get my work back up. Sorry about that. So I have -1. So we know it has to be something over 1 that goes all the way out over here. So -1, then 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. -1.1. And we know this one's -1.8, so we're going to bring this one up here. And the only other one that would be over 1 would be this guy right there. So we use this negative and this negative. This is the only negative left. And now let's look at our positive numbers. If we're counting by 2s, this is 0.2. And then our other guy is this 3/5. If I can get them to go up. Check it out. So each tick mark represents a value that is 0.2 or 1/5 greater than the tick mark to its left. So if it's 1/5, if we look at this 3/5, we have 1/5, 2/5, 3/5. That's why it works right there. And this one's -6/5, so 1/5, 1/5, 2/5, 3/5, 4/5, 5/5, 6/5. Just like that. Now we're going to have to which list numbers in the original forms from least to greatest. So if we look back up here, we're going to start at -1.8. We have 2 options here for that one, so we're just going to look there. And we next go to -6.5. And then we're going to go to this one. This one's not right because it keeps the 0.4 as a positive and it should be a negative. Okay, we're on task 4, step it out. So averaging finish time 7 minutes. A fund run was held to raise money. The differences between the average finishing time and the actual times for 5 runners are shown. Order the differences in time from least to greatest. So Aaron, 1.5 minutes. Fabrico, -1 1/4 minutes. Xavier, 3/8 minutes. April, 1.25 minutes. Nellie, -0.75 minutes. So what they did here is they're making it a little harder on us than what we have been doing because we have to do all that solving without the drop-down boxes. So they're asking us to go from least to greatest. And in this case, with the answers they gave you, it made it quite easy because the least has to start with negatives, and the only one that starts with negatives is that one right there. So they kind of simplified the answer down for you. So -1 1/4. That was Fabrico. So Fabrico is going for, if I can get down there, I'm sorry. So Fabrico got first place. Next, we look up there, is -0.75, and that was Nellie. Third place is 3/8, which is Xavier. Fourth place is 1.25, which is April. And then we're wrapping it up with 1.5, and that is Aaron. Just like that. I just followed the list right there. Okay. So for this, you can describe the mental math strategy that you use. You could have said you saw which one had the negative sign and knew that was the smallest or lowest. And let's see a sample answer that they put down. So I used reasoning. For example, negative numbers are to the left of 0 on a number line. So -1 1/4 and -0.75 are less than the positive numbers. Now you don't have to have exact answers, so just do your best. I think that was all.